Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Friends, tonight we are going to discuss another very important discourse. This is about the discipline for the laypersons. Discipline, the Buddha has taught two different things. The Dhamma, which is called Sutta, and the discipline. Discipline for the monks and nuns, that is called Vinaya. So the Buddha taught us both Dhamma and Vinaya. That's a code of discipline for monks and nuns. At the same time, once the Buddha delivered a special discourse named the discipline for the laypersons. This is it. This is the discourse. This discourse was delivered to a certain young person named Sigalaka. This discourse is from the lone discourses of the Buddha, Digha Nikaya. This discourse number 31, the Buddha's advice to Sigalaka. So tonight our topic is discipline for the laypersons. This is a very important discourse. Every layperson should understand this, should follow this. What? For what? For the benefit of this world and for the benefit of the next world. To live happily, peacefully, light-heartedly in this very world. Following the rules, sort of rules. These are not hard and fast rules imposed by the Buddha, but the rules for humans. Buddha simply reminded us the things which are for our own benefits, for the benefit of ourselves and for the benefit of all in society. In this discourse, first the Buddha talked about things which should not be done by the wise persons, wise lay persons, where the Buddha pointed out 14 different factors, 14 different things to be avoided, to be refrained from. And thereafter, the Buddha talked about friends in this society. There are two types of friends. There are good friends
and also bad friends also. Buddha clearly mentioned the characteristics of such friends, good friends and bad friends. We to understand good friends and associate with the good friends. And then the latter part of this discourse, Buddha talked about 6 different directions and pointed out these 6 different directions are not simply the geographical directions, but the Buddha clearly mentioned these 6 different directions represent different persons in this society. So the society was categorized into 12 by the Buddha, and Buddha gave us the duties, our own duties to be ministered to our persons in society, like as grateful sons and daughters. We have our duties towards to be fulfilled, to be ministered to our parents. In reciprocations, the parents have their own duties to be fulfilled towards their children, like that. So we are going to study all these things in this discourse. I guess we can't finish this discourse tonight. We don't want to, but we have to understand bit by bit. We will understand these different things, and then we can apply this in our life. So this discourse was delivered to the person, this young man, youngster. Sigalaka. Sigalaka was the name, that person. Let's understand what this backdrop for the discourse, background of the discourse. This is what I heard. On one occasion, the Buddha was living near the town of Rajagaha at a spot in the bamboo grove called the squirrel's feeding place. That is where the Buddha lived by the time. At that time, a young householder named Sigalaka arose early and set out from Rajagaha with freshly washed clothes and hair, with palms together held up in reverence. That is for the prostration. He was paying respect towards the 6 directions. That is east, south, west, north, lower and upper. Those are the 6 directions. So he was doing his prostration, respecting to these 6 directions, with wet cloth, wet hairs. He was doing that. Seeing this, the Buddha addressed him. Meanwhile, the Buddha dressed himself in the early morning, took his bowl and robe, and went into Rajagaha on alms round. On the way, he saw this Sigalaka worshipping the 6 directions. Seeing this, the Buddha said to him, this is how the Buddha addressed him. Buddha saw this young man was doing his prostration to the 6 directions. Seeing this, the Buddha said, young man, why have you risen in the early morning and set out from Rajagaha to worship in such a way? With the question. Then he said, dear sir, My father on his deathbed urged me, my son, you must worship the directions. That's it. That's what he could say. Only that much. As he was in his deathbed, he said only that much. No explanation. Father said this, and he shed his last breath. So dear sir, realizing, honoring, respecting, and holding sacred my father's request, I have risen in the early morning and set out from Rajagaha to worship in this way. That is what this young man said. The Buddha said, but young man, that is not how the 6 directions should be worshipped according to the discipline of the noble ones. Discipline of the noble ones. What is that? The discipline of the noble one means the Buddha's dispensation. Then this young man asked, then how, dear sir, should the 6 directions be worshipped according to the discipline of the noble ones? I would appreciate it if you would teach me the proper way this should be done. Buddha said, very well, young man. Listen and pay careful attention while I tell you. Yes, dear sir, agreed Sigalaka. The Buddha said this, young man, by abandoning the 4 impure actions, these are the, as I said earlier, the 14 things. Before the Buddha explained the 6 different directions, Buddha gave him this advice. As lay persons, while we live in society, we have to understand our own nature. We have to understand our actions. We have 3 modes of actions: bodily actions, verbal actions, and mental actions. If we are doing good deeds, our actions are good. If our actions are good, we are more and more humanistic, doing things like humans, proper humans. Otherwise, we are heading, we are leaning, we are inclined towards the animalistic nature if we are not doing proper things in society. Then some people live just like their body is humans, though mentally, in accordance with their actions, they are not suited to humans, but suited to animals, like that. That is why Buddha pointed out these things. Buddha said, young man, by abandoning the 4 impure actions, you see, impure actions and pure actions, we have pure actions. We have to, as humans, we have to choose what you call pure actions. So impure actions, a noble disciples, if you choose the pure actions, you become a noble person. A noble disciple refrains from harmful deeds rooted in 4 causes and avoids the 6 ways of squandering wealth. So we have to understand these 14 things, 14 harmful things. What are the 14? 4 impure actions, 4 actions rooted, harmful actions. We do things rooted in 4 causes. Means these are sort of bias. There are 4 biases. Extremes should be avoided. Then there are 6 ways of squandering wealth. These 14 harmful things are removed. The wise lay person should remove these 14 harmful things. The noble disciple, now with the 6 directions protected, thereafter the person is protected with the 6 directions. Then he has entered the path for conquering both worlds, this world and the next. Firmly grounded in this world and the next. And not only that, at the dissolution of the body after death, a good rebirth occurs in a heavenly world. This is why the Buddha taught him these 14 things to be avoided, and what you call these 6 different directions for our own protection and the protection of others. Now the Buddha explains these 4 impure actions. What 4 impure actions are abandoned? What are the 4 things? The harming of living beings is an impure action. Harming living things, living beings. That is the first precepts. First precepts. We should not kill any being. We cannot kill even an ant, even a mosquito. Even a mosquito we cannot kill according to the teachings of the Buddha. If we kill, what happens? It is harmful. It is harmful to me and harmful to others. Therefore, we as Buddhists should not kill any beings. Killing is killing. That's it. No justification. Killing is killing. Whoever, whatever, wherever. So, as wise people, we should not kill, we should not harm living things, living beings. It is wrong. It is impure. Secondly, taking what is not given. Taking what is not given. You can take what is given, but we should not take what is not given. That is the second thing. It is an impure action. Third, sexual misconduct. It is an impure action. Sexual misconduct is there because there is sexual good conduct also. Sexual as laypersons. Laypersons are allowed to have good sexual conduct. Misconduct. We cannot talk about misconduct without good conduct. Since there is a good conduct, we talk about misconduct as well. So, sexual misconduct is impure. Should be abandoned by the wise persons. Later on, Buddha gives the reasons, the repercussions, the results of doing these things. And then the fourth Fourth factor to be abandoned is false speech. False speech, if we use false speech, once the Buddha said, if you use false speech, you have no anything that you cannot do. You can do, that means you can do anything wrong, anything bad. If you use false speech, you can do anything bad, anything wrong. Why? How? After doing such things, you say, no, I didn't do. Simply you use bad, false speech. There's nothing that you cannot do if you are using false speech. False speech is also an impure action which should be abandoned by the wise persons. Then summarizing this, summing up in verse, the Sublime One said, harming living beings, taking what is not given, false speech, and pursuing the loved one of another. That is what is called misconduct, sexual misconduct. Pursuing the loved one of another. This the wise surely do not praise. Wise people do never praise such things. Then, what are the 4 causes of harmful deeds? There are 4 causes of harmful deeds. That means based on these 4, people are doing harmful things. These are called 4 biases, extremes. Being biased, you are doing these things. Here the Buddha says, going astray through desire, hatred, delusion, or fear. Those are the 4 things, 4 biases. Being biased of desire, you do wrong things. Being biased of hatred, being biased of delusion, being biased of fear. The noble disciple does harmful deeds, but young man not going astray through desire, hatred, delusion, or fear, the noble disciple does not perform harmful deeds. Summing up in verse, the Sublime Teacher said, desire, hatred, delusion, or fear. Whoever transgresses the Dhamma by this has a reputation that comes to ruin. His reputation is ruin. Like the moon in the waning fortnight. Waxing and waning of the moon. Just like the moon in the waning fortnight. His reputation is waning. Desire, hatred, delusion, or fear, whoever transgresses not the Dhamma by this, has a reputation that comes to fullness, day by day, moment by moment, space by space. It comes to the fullness, just like the moon in the waxing fortnight. Then the Buddha gave the six doors, 6 different ways through which you destroy your own, you squander your own wealth. 6 ways of squandering wealth are to be avoided by the wise. What are the 6? Young man, heedlessness caused by intoxication. Heedlessness caused by intoxication. Intoxication is the first thing which leads to heedlessness. Second one, roaming the streets at inappropriate time. Inappropriate times, like midnight. You are wandering, you are roaming on the street. In the street you are roaming at midnight. Inappropriate time. Third, habitual partying. Habitual partying. Party. Everyday party, habitual. Many different parties. That itself is a cause for squandering your wealth. The next is compulsive gambling. Gambling like casino. Different types of gambling. Next one is bad companions, bad friends. Then the last, the 6th one, laziness. Laziness are the 6 ways of squandering wealth. So those are the 6 ways of squandering wealth. Now, the Buddha explained these 6. What are the consequences, results of these 6? Let's see. These are the 6 dangers inherent in heedlessness caused by intoxication. If you take intoxicants, drugs, these are the results. Loss of immediate wealth. Your wealth. Immediately you lose your wealth. Then increased quarreling. Increased quarreling. Quarrel. Then susceptibility to illness. Then disrepute. No repute. Everybody dispraise. Then indecent exposure. You have no sort of shame. Shamelessly expose. Shamelessly. That is indecent exposure. And finally, weakened insight. To weaken your own insight, wisdom vein, because of intoxicants. Taking intoxicants, The Buddha said, these are the results. These are the results of taking any sort of intoxicants, drugs or liquor. Then, these are the 6 dangers inherent in roaming the streets at inappropriate times. Oneself, one's family, and one's property are all left unguarded. That is what happens. You are unprotected. Your family is unprotected, and your properties are unprotected. One is suspected of crimes. If you are roaming untimely, inappropriate time in the streets, you are suspected of crimes. Then the rumors spread. And one is subjected to many miseries. Those are the results of inappropriate times in the streets. So the wise person should avoid this. This is what is called discipline. Discipline for lay persons. Then the Buddha said, these are the 6 dangers inherent in habitual partings. Habitual partings. You constantly seek, where's the dancing? Where's the dancing? Where is the singing? Where is the music? Where are the stories? Where is the applause? Where is the drumming? Where you seek? You want to go to parties, different parties, concert, musical show, different things. Seeking all the time. Those are the result. Then the Buddha said, these are the 6 dangers inherent in compulsive gambling. These are the results of gambling. What are these? Winning breeds resentment. Winning breeds resentment. The loser mourns lost property. The loser mourns lost property. Savings are lost. Your savings are lost. One's word carries no weight in a public forum. When you go to a public forum, nobody cares what you are talking. Friends and colleagues display their contempt. Friends and colleagues display their contempt. And one is not sought after for marriage. No marriage proposals. Since a gambler cannot adequately support a family. That is why gambling is wrong. Avoid it. Avoid such things. And then the Buddha said, These are the 6 dangers inherent in bad companionship, bad friends. Any roach, drunkard, addict, cheat, swindler, or thug becomes a friend and colleagues. If you have bad companions, that is what happens. Any sort of bad friends, bad one, becomes your friends. If you associate such bad ones, you don't know. Roach, robbers, sometimes robbers, thieves, drunkard. You associate people, but a drunkard, addict, cheat, swindlers, such things. Then said, these are the 6 dangers inherent in laziness. Laziness, lazy guy, lazy person says, it is too cold now. It is too cold. Then one does not work, saying, it is too cold. Saying, it is too hot. One does not work, no work. Saying, it is too hot. It is too late now. One does not work. Saying, it is too early now. No work. Too early for him or her. Saying, I am too hungry. I'm too hungry now. No work. Does not work. Saying, I am too full now. Even full. When you are full, no work. No work. With an abundance of excuses for not working, new wealth does not occur and existing wealth goes to waste. That is what happened because of laziness. So friends, these are the consequences. These are the results of following those 6 different bad actions, bad things. This is what the Buddha said then, summing up in verses. Some are drinking buddies. Some are drinking buddies. Oh, these are the friends. Understand. We have some friends, but drinking buddies. Understand the drinking buddies. There are some, they are drinking buddies. Some say, dear friend, dear friend. Dear friend, but not dear. Not really dear. No near, no dear. But they simply say, dear friend, my friend. But they are not the real ones. But whoever in hardship stands close by, that one truly is a friend. The Buddha said, but whoever, not the person who always says, dear friend, or not the drinking buddy, but the Buddha said, the real friend to be understood. Real friend to be understood. Who is the real friend? Real friend is here. Real friend is but whoever in hardship stands close by. When you are in trouble, when you are facing difficulties, the one who stands close by, that one truly is a friend. Buddha said, sleeping late, adultery, hostility, meaninglessness, harmful friends, utter stinginess. These 6 things destroy a person. See? Understand this clearly. We have to understand this clearly. Sleeping late, adultery, hostility, meaninglessness, harmful friends, utter stinginess. These 6 things destroy a person. Bad friends, bad companions, bad practices, spending time in evil ways. By these, one brings oneself to ruin. In this world and the next. In this world and the next. What are the causes? Bad friends, bad companions, bad practices, spending times in evil ways. By this, one brings oneself to ruin. You bring yourself to ruinage. In this world and the next. Then said, seduction, gambling, drinking, singing, dancing, sleeping by day, wandering all around untimely, harmful friends, utter stinginess. These things destroy a person. Further said, they play with dice, they drink spirits, they consort with lovers dear to others, associating with low life and not the esteemed, they come to ruin like the waning moon. Whoever is a drunkard, broke, and destitute, dragged by thirst from bar to bar, dragged by thirst from bar to bar, drinking, to drink, go from bar to bar, sinking into debt like a stone in water. Everyday debt, you become a debtor. Then what happened? Sinking, you sink in yourself, sink in your whole family, like a stone in water, into bewilderment, quickly plunges. When sleeping late becomes a habit and night is seen as time to rise, for one perpetually intoxicated, a home life cannot be maintained. Then too cold, too hot, too late, they say, having wasted work time this way, the young miss out on opportunities. For one regarding cold and hot as not more than blades of grass, he doesn't care whether it is hot, whether it is cold, don't care. As not more than blades of grass. Doing whatever should be done, happiness will not be a stranger. Means happiness is ever rising all the time. That person is living happily, peacefully. This is the way to live. So friends, I guess we can stop here. Next day we can continue. So these are wonderful teachings of the Buddha. Let's understand this wonderful discourse. The discipline for the lay persons. Let's think of this. Let's try to apply this to our life. And let's try to live righteously, peacefully. Then one day we can realize real peace, real happiness of Nibbana here in this very world, in this very life. May we all attain that supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.